Rothschild's color, red, has always been dominant as the Illuminati color. And so everybody else just took their colors off of that. I mean, and so that's when you look at Rome and the Vatican, everything is so red and white. White being Zoroastrianism, and the Pope always wearing white, in the symbolism to that god, and the red being the Illuminati. So there was a lot of dominance there of the Illuminati there. But it'll be interesting to see what David Bay comes out with at the cutting edge.
Yeah.
She comes
I'm
out.
black, and I've noticed that like the last 10 years they've been trying to attract a lot of people of different ethnics into their Catholics, into the religion and everything like that.
Yeah.
To make it more diverse and everything, make it more appealing to the African nation. I'm just like, oh, okay. I'm not coming to you.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a long week. It really has. And I totally missed the wedding today on Charles and Camilla. I don't even know if it was on TV.
No, they're singing a song, Save the Queen.
It's totally missed that. I just don't think there's any significance over there on the European part. I think it's what slowed the church to sleep all these years, so they couldn't recognize the main players. Yeah. And I just don't think Europe's ever going to play a major part, because if we're destroyed as a country, the Russians or Chinese would rise. They don't have a chance of rising.
But America will be destroyed no matter what.
Oh, yeah. It's just a matter of how and when. Which road leads us to it?
I thought Terry would be it.
Yeah. Because what some people, what I've been saying for years, is that the Bushes and their whole New World Order faction, the Bushes have turned their backs on everybody that was their buddies. They were in an alliance with Europe and everybody else, and that whole satanic alignment. But they basically said, they've turned their backs on them all and have decided to do their own thing. And, of course, this isn't anything new. A betrayal, is one of the biggest things in these satanic circles, because they all hate each other. They're all competing against each other. There's no love lost between them. There's no love amongst them. And so, as far as acknowledging the Pope as the leader of the New World Order and all that, I don't think America does. I think America's faction of the New World Order, being represented by the Bushes, has turned their backs on them, and they're going to try to do things themselves. And it's obvious because you can see their plans to dominate the world with their form of democracy. Not a real form of democracy, but their form, which is socialism. Their idea of the New World Order. They're not playing along with everybody else. See, all these satanic groups have all agreed on the New World Order and the fact of one world government and one world religion, but they all fight over who gets to rule it. And I think what the Bushes did, and especially now that Junior came in, they got Clinton on their side, and ever since Bush in 91 announced it.
Did you hear about them being in the briefing together? All three of them?
Yeah, this whole thing with Clinton and George Bush Sr. has just been plastered over the TV since the Super Bowl. I mean, they're all over the place together.
And I guess he's planning their next attack pretty soon.
Well, they're setting him up to be the leader of the UN so that Hillary can become the president of the United States.
Oh, okay.
So then you'd have Bill Clinton in the UN and Hillary here in the United States. And so that's one of the things they're working towards.
Because you know how Hillary flipped to life all of a sudden?
Yeah, well, she's very dominant as an end-time beast. Very dominant. So, if we kept going until 2008 and we actually had, whatever you want to call an election, I would hang my hat on her, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, if we were to go that far. I really don't think we are. I think 2007 is the telltale year that if you weren't convinced we were in the tribulation period in 2007, you will be.
Oh, the tsunami was for me.
And I think we have like this small grace period until 2007 for the remnant to wake up.
Yeah, but people don't know is that actually April 8th is the first year of the Jewish calendar. So 2005 technically didn't start till April 8th.
Well, I think April 8th is the civil calendar.
Oh, okay.
It's the civil calendar for Israel. The religious one starts with Rosh Hashanah in September.
In September?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So we got a ways to go?
Well, it's always what calendar what,
Yeah.
Well, what are we going on with, the Gregorian calendar, or the Israel civil calendar, or the Israel Jewish calendar, religious calendar, and, whatever. It's easier to pick years, the way we understand them. I always try to revert the things to the way we understand them, which is why I have such a time at going to Messianic sites, because, it just seems like everybody has pieces, and then you can find a good site, and they're quoting Paul all over it. You can't find hardly anyone out there that's just got it all balanced. It has it all figured out.
No, you can't.
Yeah, so I've been working on a website, coming out with it pretty soon. I'll be announcing it maybe this week, next week. I've been so sidetracked. With a website coming out, just to lead people back to Yahweh Himself without all the other distractions.
Because I was reading this email, and somebody was talking about how the dark ships are getting closer to Earth, I guess, Sanandra or somebody, whoever it is.
Yeah.
And around my neighborhood, I've been seeing these ships flying around. They flying very slow and low, like over houses. And they're hovering.
Uh-huh.
They're not...
Oh, but the birds.
And they're not birds. They're not birds. One of my neighbors noticed it, too. They're like, oh, we in for something.
Hey, well, they're all over the place. And there's just so many of them, and they're getting bolder because they want to make their presence known, and they're fighting with the Illuminati.
First contact by 5/5.
Well, they're saying first contact's going to be on April 15th.
Oh, okay. No, that's Sanandra. I'm talking about alien contact.
Well, that is
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're the ones. They're the Omegans. They're the aliens. They're the ones. This whole other alien agenda sneaking in.
I'm talking about the Greys.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well, the Greys, and there was some place online that described which race operated which ship, what kind of ships. So that was interesting. Let's put that on my file site if I can ever run into that again. I just don't think it's too overly important. I mean, they're all Satan's armies. I know people want to get sidetracked in believing that there's good aliens and bad aliens, and they're all fallen. If they weren't fallen, they'd be standing angels. So how can there be a good fallen angel? And I warn people away from this facade, and they just don't get it. And that's how they deceive Americans and deceive so many people into believing that they're a friendly race, that they're really actually trying to help mankind. And
our bean chips.
Yeah, and you see Satan in the background just playing good cop, bad cop with his people, with his own little forces. Okay, you guys play the good guys, you guys play the bad guys.
Yeah.
That's because if they weren't fallen, if they weren't aliens, they'd be normal angels. And that's just the bottom line. I haven't seen a good fallen angel yet. It didn't have an agenda. It didn't secretly have an agenda. Everybody wants to control Earth.
Hopefully they won't have their features, their beautiful features, when they come here, because that'll really deceive people.
Yeah, well, they are going to look beautiful. They are going to. And I've always said if it was Sananda Jesus that comes and playing the fake Jesus, you couldn't get much better than that.
Yeah.
He is going to be so good. It's going to deceive many. And see, the church has fallen asleep on that one false interpretation, and even verse of Paul's where it says his elect wouldn't be deceived. So they think everyone who follows the Lord is part of his elect.
Yeah.
And that's not true.
No, it's a small number.
It's a very small number because the elect aren't deceived now, and the next